Hey, Danny here, and today I want to talk about failure. At least what most of us think of it. When I was younger, I used to, I used to want to be part of the winning team all the times. You know, but I never was, and I used to fail all the times, and I mean fail at everything. I wasn't good at school. You know, I never actually failed my classes like that. But it just took me more effort to be able to pass. So I wasn't like everyone else. So I had to do the work. I'm talking, I had to work twice as hard to be able to pass. And I used to hate that. You know, most of the things that I actually consider or considered in the past as failures in my life kind of made me who I am today. And I am quite proud of who I am today. I mean, I've gotten better as a person, and I like that about myself. I think most of us perceive failure as the worst thing ever. Rejection, not being able to get that one thing that you really want, feeling like you're supposed to have something, but you don't have it, or you can't seem to get it. Every time you try to get it, you're never able to get it, and you don't understand why that happens. I personally think that failure is almost like a lesson. You know, you get to know more about yourself failing than winning. It's quite a strange thing. Every time I failed, I would always do the exact same thing again until I got it right. And that had me thinking, okay, hold on a second. How would other people react if they were in my position? If they had failed over and over again? There's no guarantee that they would have made it to this point. I mean, I got better and I tried it over and over again. I think that says something about me. I think that says something about you. If you are that person who's always trying again and again and again, regardless of what happens, then you are a different kind of animal. It's not a bad thing to fail. You're not always going to fail. But if you fail once or twice and then you give up, then you failed. I think that's where you really fail. Really. You know, adversity is quite an interesting thing. Because when you fail once, then you start to suffer. But it's entirely up to you how you react to that suffering or that failure. It's really up to you. You could think it's the worst thing ever, and you're never gonna try again. I mean, I tried once and it never worked, so why should I do it again? I mean, it's not gonna work. How do I know? Because it didn't work the last time. So why should I keep trying? It's really up to you. You could be that person, or you could also be, or you could be the person who goes, well, hold on a second. That's fine. I didn't get it the first time. Let me go ahead and try it again. But you know what? Let me go ahead and try it in a different way and see if it's going to work. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I have to get better at a certain particular thing. See, it's entirely up to you and how you get to view life. It's really up to you. When you start a business and you fail the first time, you don't just stop. If you're going to create another business, then you get to learn from your last business and figure out what happened. What happened that made it fail? Why it failed? And then you learn from that. And then in your new business, You find a way to apply that into it and go, well, I made this mistake the last time, but let me go ahead and change it because now I know. See, now you know. You learn a lot from failing. It's not a bad thing. I think most of us suffer in our minds. Excuse me. Most of us suffer in our minds more than we suffer in real life. Okay, something happened. You're in a bad position. I used to be, if you follow my channel for a minute, then you know I used to be homeless. I was homeless, but I never had the mindset of, it's the end of the world. Like, I knew I would get out of that. Like, I always knew, even when I was sleeping in my car, like in front of hotels, I always knew I would get out of that. I knew, I was positive, and I just saw it like a little patch. And I went homeless twice. I think life is all about how you want to see it or how you want to look at it. You could be negative all the times. You're going to get a lot of negative stuff. Or you could try and be positive. See the positive in everything. See the positive even in what most people would consider negative. And see how your life changes. And it'll change. Your life would change if you were to see the positive in negative stuff, which is really hard to do. I know, trust me. But if you were to see the positive in the negatives, then you would learn a lot. Learn to relax. Think about your situation. What's going on? How could you fix it? Always ask yourself that question. How do you fix things? How do I fix this? Instead of going, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. What do I do now? No. How do I fix this situation? What do I have to do? Because you have to do something. You have to. See, life is not easy, I understand. I mean, I'm part of it. It is not easy, but I realize that your mindset is everything. The way you see life is entirely up to you. It really is. And it's almost like it's like you trap yourself, based on what you think and what you say. You trap yourself. When you start saying things like, nah, I'm not going to get it. I don't think so. I mean, it looks really hard. Then you're trapping yourself. You're putting yourself in a box. And for you to get out of that, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard. So listen to yourself, Focus entirely, like I said before, on things you can control. And forget about all the complaining. That's not a good thing. That's not going to help you. And I'm saying this because I used to be like that, I used to complain a lot. Every little thing that goes wrong, I used to complain. And I was always a victim of my own story. Always a victim. Something was always happening only to me and to no one else. Like, come on, man. Everyone has stuff going on in their lives. Everyone. You're not the only one. But you get to choose how you see or how you receive or how you react to these bad things that happen to you. Failure is good. I fail at certain things in my life still. But I keep trying. And I fail miserably. And I go, well, I'll try it next time. Because that should be your attitude towards life. You don't want to die as a person who gave up. That is the worst feeling ever. Leaving this planet as a person who gave up. You just gave up. What kind of story is that? Is that what you want for your life? I don't think so. That's not what I want. I want to leave this planet knowing exactly that I did exactly what I wanted to do. I got it all done. That's the feeling you should have. You should want to try everything you like, everything you want in life. You should go for it. Forget about the failing part. If you fail, you try it again. And don't be too hard on yourselves, man. Understand that you only have one life and one body. You have to take care of yourself. Talk to yourself when you fail. Like, nah, it's okay. I'll get it. I'll get it right the next time. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep getting better. You should talk to yourself, because this is your only body. You should want to make it a safe place. Change the way you view life, and I guarantee you a lot of things in your life are going to change too. A lot. Thank you for listening. That's my message for you today. Danny, I'm out.